Okay, for this lesson, we're going to take a look at static classes. Go ahead and create a new Windows Visual C# form application and call it static. Just call this one static 1 because I've done a few versions. And you have a blank form here as normal. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and drop a rich text box onto the form. And I'm just going to use that for my output. So just make it look like a DOS window kind of a thing. Maybe it'd look a wee bit better if I change the back color. So I'll just change that to a black. And using our naming convention, I'll call it RTB underscore output. Okay, and there's nothing in the text property. I'll also go ahead and put up the first of my buttons on the form. And with the buttons, I'm gonna go with the standard size, which I'll make this 100 by 30. So I will look for the size property, make it 100 by 30. I'm going to change the text property just while I'm here to square, and I'll change the name again using our naming convention to BTN square. So you probably guessed here I'm going to square a number. So if we get the number 4, when we square that, we get 16, 5 will give us 25, and so on. I'm going to add my own class into this here project. So if I right click on the project name, select add, choose class, and give it the name utils. Just go ahead and add that. And this will basically be some utilities that we're going to create. I'll have like square number, return a square root of a number, and so on. In front of class, we need to use the keyword static. And we'll also make it public. Now, that means that for this class here, we can't create new instances of utils, but we can access the methods inside utils without having an instance of this class. So I'll go ahead and create a method called square, and that's also going to be static and public. I'm going to have it return an integer, and we're going to pass into it an integer, which I'll just call n. And we'll go ahead and just return n multiplied by itself. So if I go back to my form design mode here and double click on the button square just to get this method up here, I can then refer to my rich text box, RTB output dot text. I'm going to make the text property of that equal to, and I'm now going to call my square method from utils. So if I call utils dot square, and I'm going to pass in, and I'll pass in a 6. Right. I need to convert that to a string because what I'm getting back there will be a piece of text. So I'm calling utils, calling the method square, passing a 6 to it. Inside the method, you remember, right, the 6 should be multiplied by itself to give 36 and returned again. Right, and it's whatever is returned is converted to string and should be displayed in that rich text box that we created earlier there. So if I run this, see my output window, click on square, and you can see there that we get 36. So I could change that to whatever I want basically. If I want to square 12, I'm expecting an output of 144. which I'm getting. So you can see here that this static class at the minute allows me to set up, well, basically as many methods as I would like. So I could build up my own basically set of utilities. I might want one here that will return the square root of a number. Maybe accept a number and return it to the power of another number. Essentially, this would be very handy for things that there is no built-in method for. And as you can see, we're able to use that button square. We simply call utils.square, which was inside utils, without having to create a new instance of utils.